Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1983 season is on the air. Today's date is April 28th, 83. This is our final game in the month of April. We are at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field as the San Diego Padres will take on the Chicago Cubs. The Padres come into this game a record of 8-11, 3 games under 500. The Cubs are 1 game over 500 at 9-8. So far they're playing pretty scrappy baseball. And we're going to see what happens tonight in a pretty good matchup, at least I hope so. So we're at the friendly confines for the first time this season. We've already seen the Cubs already this year. This is our first look, though, at the Padres. Remember, in my seasons, we will see every team at least twice before I start cutting down for the playoff run. So we should have a good matchup tonight. I think we got 2 decent pitchers on the mound, and we will see what happens here. Jeremy Brooks is first to join us here at Wrigley Field. The Padres historically won this game 3-1. They had 4 hits and an error. The Cubs had 6 hits and no errors. So this was a pitcher's duel historically between these two. And so far, Inside Pitch has given us some pretty interesting games. So hopefully you guys can sit back and enjoy some Tuesday night baseball. And hopefully we'll get right started. So I guess we should get going, shouldn't we? Why not? Starting pitcher for the Chicago Cubs tonight is Steve Trout. No relation to Mike Trout, although he is the son of Dizzy Trout. 10 wins, 14 losses, a 4.65 ERA. We are at Wrigley Field. A bit of neutral, but does favor hitters. 140 home runs, -1 to strikeouts, and -1 to walks. So everybody is set and ready to go at the friendly confines. A game between the Friars and the Cubs. You never know what might happen when the Padres are on the board. So let's see what we get. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Friars will be the left fielder, Al Wiggins. He's in left field for this game. 276 average, no homers, 22 RBIs in 83. We're going to use blue, white, and blue dice. Cubs are the home team, and everyone is set and ready. Everyone's got their beer, their popcorn, their pretzels, their hot dogs at the friendly confines. Let's play some baseball. Trout, 5-3, it's blank. Wiggins, 1-3, ground out, second base. That'll be taken by some bum by the name of Rhino. And Rhino will get it and throw it over to first for the out. Next up is the second baseman, Juan Bonilla, 237 average, 4 homers, 45 RBIs. I don't think he was related to Bobby though. Trout will pitch, who the Mets are still paying by the way. 3-5, strikeout 10, that will be high. Bonilla, 1-2, and he grounds it to first base. That ball will not get by Buckner. Bill Buckner will get it and take it to the bag himself for the out. And that will bring up the first baseman, Steve Garvey. Just missed an opportunity to get into the Hall of Fame by the Golden Era Committee. Some people think he belongs in there. As I said, you can make an argument. 294 average, 14 homers, 59 RBIs in 83. Trout will pitch. 2-5, blank. Garvey, 4-6, and he grounds it right back to Trout. And Trout's going to go ahead and get it, take his time, toss it over, and retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Friars, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the San Diego Padres in this matchup is Eric Shao. I always felt Eric Shao was a solid pitcher. 15 wins, 12 losses, a 4.17 ERA in 83. Brian Patterson now joins us here at Wrigley Field. So we'll see what Shao has to go here. We'll see what Shao will show us tonight. Leading off for the Cubs is a left fielder, Gary Woods. 242 average, 4 homers, 22 RBIs in 69. Kevin Thomas joins us here at Wrigley Field. Shao will pitch. Chow, 5-4. It's a blank. Woods, 3-5. Ground out to short. Handled there by Luis Salazar. And he will take it and throw it over for the out. One away. And that will bring up the second baseman, Hall of Famer, Ryne Sandberg. Does anybody here have a problem if I say Ryne Sandberg was one of the best better second basemen of all time? 261 average, 8 homers, 48 RBIs in 83. Chow will go ahead and pitch. Chow, 5-5. Home run result against the righties. Sandberg needs a 5. Didn't hit many of them, but he's going to get one here because that's a 3. Kaboom! The ball is pretty high. That ball is pretty deep. That ball is pretty gone. Home run Rhino! Stadium cheers. Yay! Always feel it's good when a Hall of Famer goes ahead and does something special. And Ryne Sandberg will go ahead and blast one out of here. 1-0 Cubs. As Clee Baseball fan joins us here at Wrigley Field. Next up is the first baseman, Bill Buckner. Some people believe he should have Hall of Fame credentials, but unfortunately, I think that error in the World Series kind of kills it. 280 average, 16 homers, 66 RBIs. Either way, Bill Buckner definitely belongs in the Hall of the Very Good. Chow, 1-2, blank. Buckner, 6-6, base hit. Hits one past first, and the Cubs will have a man on. Single for Buckner. And the next batter is the center fielder, Leon Bull Durham. 258 average, 12 homers, 55 RBIs in 83. Always felt Durham was a solid guy. Buckner at 12 stolen bases. He won't get any here. Chow, 1-1, blank. Durham, 2-6. Single into left field, base hit. Buckner, base runner 4. Single to left, though, a -4. He's not getting to third. He'll hold. Single by Durham, and the Cubs are coming out swinging early. And now here comes the third baseman, the Penguin, Ron Cey. I think he belongs in the Hall of the Very Good. Not a great fielder, though, but pretty darn good at the plate. 275 average, 24 homers, 90 RBIs in 83. Strategy, nothing on the 8. Buckner stays where he is. Chow will pitch. Chow, 1-4. It's a blank. Cey, a 3-6, and that is a ground ball to second. 4-4-5. Shortstop pivot Salazar, 0-1-5. They'll turn it to end the inning. That is a 4-6-3 double play. 1 run on 3 hits for the Cubs. They take a quick 1-0 lead on a bomb by Rhino. And I believe Ryne Sandberg is definitely one of the greatest second basemen of all time. Man can field. And no, by the way, the Wrigley faithful do not throw that ball back into the field. Do not throw that ball back on the field to play. Somebody got a Ryne Sandberg souvenir. Top of the second, leading off for the Padres is going to be the right fielder, Sixto Lezcano. Another great baseball name. 239 average, 8 homers, 56 RBIs in 83. Trout, 4-2, range play. Lezcano, 6-4. That's a ground ball to third. That's not who you want to hit to. That is Cey. His range is a 1, and he won't get it. And that's going to be a base hit for Lezcano. So Lezcano will go ahead and get a leadoff single for the Friars. And now we'll see the catcher, Terry Kennedy. 284 average, 17 homers, 98 RBIs. Lezcano on it first. Strategy, he'll stay put. Trout, 5-1. That's a blank. Kennedy, 6-3. And against the lefty, he flies one out to center field. Durham's going to have room, and he's going to make the catch for the out. Next batter is the third baseman, Kurt Bevacqua. Another great baseball name. 244 average, 2 homers, 24 RBIs. You know you're playing baseball when you have a last name of Bevacqua. Lezcano's still on at first, and he'll stay there. Trout, 3-5, strikeout, 17, no. Bavacqua, 1-3, ground out to short, so 3-3-4. Second base pivot, Sandberg, +1 is a 5. They'll get the double play to retire the side. 6-4-3 double play, no runs and a hit for the Padres, and we will go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Cubs is going to be the right fielder, Keith Moreland. Always felt he was solid. 302 average, 16 homers, 70 RBIs in 83. Shao, 2-4. That's a walk +10. He'll walk him. He'll go ahead and walk Moreland. Moreland will trot to first. First walk issued by Shao. He had 71 of them in 83. And now we'll see the catcher, Jody Davis. I always felt he had power, and he does. 271 average, 24 bombs, 84 RBIs in 83. Moreland had no stolen bases, and he's going to stay right where he is. Shao, 3-1, possible error. Davis, 2-4. That's hit to center field. That's a 16 against a righty. It's going to be too high. Going after that is Rupert Jones. His error rating is a 4, so only a 1 or a 3, he'll drop it. That's a 12. He makes the catch. 1 out. Fly out to center. Easy play there for Rupert Jones, and that's 1 away. Next up is the shortstop, Larry Boa. 267 average, 2 homers, 43 RBIs. And yes, a lot of people forget that Larry Boa did play for the Cubs. Strategy, nothing on the 13. Shao, 6-4, strikeout 11, no way. Boa, 2-3, and that's a ground out to second base. 1-1-2. And shortstop pivot, Salazar, 0. 1-2, it's a double play. They won't get it. Moreland is slow as mud. They easily get him out at second, and that will be a fielder's choice. 2 outs, and now we'll see the pitcher, Steve Trout. He had a 194 average and an RBI. That's not bad. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. 1-0 favor of the Cubs after the bomb by Ryne Sandberg. Shao, 4-5, error on a grounder. Trout, 5-2. That is a ground ball. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Bavacqua. His error rating is an 11. That's a 5. Picks it up, drops it, picks it up, drops it, picks it up. Too late. Everybody's safe. That's an error. That's going to be an error on Bavacqua. It'll be an E5. As Trout will reach first. First error on the Padres. They did have an error in the game historically. Frank S. joins us here at Wrigley Field. Top of the order now, here's Woods. Woods is 0-for-1. 2 runners on base, and nothing happening. Woods will go ahead and pitch. Shao, 6-6, strikeout 6, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. First strikeout for Shao. He had 120 of them in 83, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and a walk. And after 2, it is still 1-0 in favor of the Cubbies. We go to the third. Leading off for the Friars is going to be the center fielder, Rupert Jones. 233 average, 12 homers, 49 RBIs. The Padres are in there. This is 83. I think at those days, I think they were wearing their brown away jerseys, I think. Their brown away jerseys with the circular Padres letters on the front. I think that's their jersey they were used. The Cubs are in their white pinstripes. Trout with the pitch. 4-6, strikeout 4, got him, struck him out. And that is the first strikeout for Trout. He had 80 of them in 83. Next up will be the shortstop, Luis Salazar. He's at short for this game. 258 average, 14 homers, 45 RBIs. Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike joins us here at Wrigley Field. Trout, 2-4, blank. Salazar, 6-3, base hit. He'll hit one into center field, and the Padres have a base runner. And that will bring up the pitcher, Eric Shaw. He had a 172 average and 2 RBIs. He's probably going to bunt here, I would think. So the corners are automatically coming in. He actually does not get the bunt sign, but they're going to bunt anyway and try to move Salazar over. So his bunt rating is a 3. Here comes the pitch from Trout. 1-3, strikeout, and that's going to, believe it or not, that's not going to strike him out. When you do a bunt, you cut them in half. So that 24 becomes a 12, but it's a -1, which makes them 11. That is a 12. So there is going to be a bunt. There is going to be a bunt, and that is bunted right back to the pitcher, Trout. That'll make Shaw's bunt rating a 2, and that's a 19, and that's going to be bunted too hard. That's going to be a double play chance. So 0, 0, and 0 because it was bunted back to Trout. And let's see. So bunted too hard. And let's see. Shaw is a righty, so second base will be pivot. And that is Sandberg. And he has a +1. So only a 1 will be, actually, no, I'm sorry, 0 -1 because it's hit to Trout. So actually, it's not going to be a double play. The question is where the ball goes. That's a 6. So actually, it still works. It's bunted slowly enough to Trout. Trout, thinking he still has Salazar, decides no, goes to first anyway. So the sacrifice still worked. Because on a 6, everybody moves up. So it's still a sacrifice hit, even though it didn't actually go that way. But that's fine. So Salazar goes to second, and they'll bring up Wiggins. Wiggins is 0 for 1. Yes, yummy mustard colors. Salazar on at second. Strategy, nothing on the 14. Trout, 3-4. Walk +10. That's a walk. He'll walk Wiggins easily. So now Trout in a little bit of trouble. That is only the first walk given up by Trout. He had 54 of them in 83. A chance for Bonilla. Bonilla's 0 for 1. Anything on Strat? That is a 1. Salazar does get the steal sign to go to third, but he'll stay at second base. Trout will go ahead and pitch. Trout, 3-5, strikeout, 14 is high. Bonilla, 4-3, and it's a ground ball to third. That'll be handled there by Say, and Say is going to throw to first to get Bonilla, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, a bunt, a sacrifice bunt, but that is all the Padres are going to get. We will go to the bottom of the third, where the Cubs holding on to a 1-0 lead. Yes, you have to be born on the East Coast to appreciate a little mustard. I certainly do. Spicy brown mustard, golden spicy brown mustard, of course. That's the Jew in me, by the way. Leading off for the Cubs will be Ryne Sandberg. He hit a bomb his first time up. One of the best second basemen ever. Shaw will pitch. 3-1, possible error. Sandberg, 3-1. That is going to be an infield single with a possible bad throw. That is hit to third, and that is Bavacqua. His error rating is an 11. That's a 4. He throws that ball away, trying to still get Sandberg, and Sandberg winds up at second. So that will be a single and another E5 on Bavacqua. He made an error earlier in the game, and now it's a single and an E5. Second error on the Padres. So already Kurt Bavacqua's made 2 key errors, and Sandberg starts off at second. Here's Buckner. Buckner is got 1 for 1. He got a base hit his first time up. Doug Hunt joins us here at Wrigley Field. Nothing on the 5. Sandberg stays put. Shao, 5-3 against the lefty. It's a blank. Buckner, 2-2, and he popped out to short. And that's going to be Boa making that play. And that's out number 1. Sandberg stays where he is. Next batter is Durham. Durham has got a base hit his first time up. Doug Hunt, do you think Ryan Sandberg was one of the best second basemen ever? No one's actually affirming anything I'm saying in the chat. It would be nice if some people agree or disagree. Strategy, nothing on the 16. Shao will pitch. Shao, 1-4. It's a blank. Durham, 5-2. That's a pop fly ball to second. Bonilla's going to get to that. And he'll make the play for out number 2. So a leadoff double by Rhino. And now the Cubs have popped out twice. And here comes the Penguin. Say is 0 for 1. Sandberg is on at second base and a strategy coming up and nothing happening. Shao, 4-3, strikeout, 12 is too high. Say 2-6, and he hits one to left field, but it'll be an easy play for Wiggins. He'll come under it, put it away, and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, but the Cubs aren't able to do anything with it. And we go after 3. It is still 1-0 in favor of the Chi Cubs. I think he was a really great second baseman. Verdict out if he was the greatest. I never said he was the greatest. I'm not saying he was the greatest. I'm saying one of the greatest. I mean, Clee baseball fan says, I'll go with the best ever. 9-time Gold Glover, 10-time All-Star and MVP. I'm not saying the greatest. I'm saying one of the greatest of all time. We go to the top of the 4th, 1-0 in favor of the Cubs. And Steve Garvey leads off. And Garvey is 0 for 1. He just missed the Hall of Fame this year. Trout, 2-2. Home run chance. That 17 is too high. Garvey, 1-6. He will get a base hit. He'll hit that one past third. And Garvey leads off with a single for the Friars. Here comes Lezcano. Lezcano is 1 for 1. Garvey had 4 stolen bases, and he's not getting any here. Lezcano does get the hit and run. He does get the hit and run, though, and that might not be a bad idea. Garvey does have a 16 here. A hit and run might not be a bad idea. Hit and run is on. Trout, 2-6, strikeout 10. And on a hit and run, I believe that is halved, if I'm right. And no, it is not. No. I'm sorry. Strikeout 10 against the lefty. -1 makes him a 9. That's too high. Lezcano will swing. 2-1, and it's a ground ball to first. So 2-2-2. Shortstop pivot. Boa +1 is a 3, but it's a hit and run. So only a 1 will be a double play. No, Garvey will reach second easily. The only play that Buckner had was to get Lezcano at first, 1 down. And I think that was a good call. Oh, yeah, Sandberg is, of course, in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely. Here's Kennedy. Kennedy is 1 for 1. He got a single. 1 out. 1-0 favor of the Cubs. Garvey on at second. I got Garvey. I'll tell you, I don't know. Garvey just missed it. A lot of people think he should have got in. I had no problem with the choices of Dick Allen and Dave Parker. Dick Allen was a definite lock. Should have been put in long ago. And, of course, I have no problem with Cobra. Let's see here. Garvey on at second. Strategy roll. He'll stay put. Trout, 4-3. Wild pitch. Yes, Trout's going to throw that one away. And getting up and getting it is Davis, and Garvey will wind up on third. Well, wild pitch thrown by Trout, and now the runner is in third base. They'll bring the infield in. Re-roll the strat, and Garvey will stay there. Marlon Price joins us here at Wrigley Field. Kevin Thomas just got home, have to catch a rest later. Thank you for joining me, Mr. Thomas. Glad they're able to catch a game live. Trout will go ahead and pitch. Trout, 4-4. That's a blank. Kennedy, 3-2. And that's a ground ball to first. Garvey's base running rating is a 2 with the infield in. Bavak was the next batter. Let's see here. It's early in the game. You're only down 1-0. You know what? I'm going to send him. Garvey's going to try to come home. Base running rating is a 2. A 1, 2, or 6. He's going to be safe. And he isn't. He's out to the plate. Garvey tries to come home, but a great play by the shortstop. Boa guns him down at the plate, and Kennedy will go to first. So that is a fielder's choice. Now 2 outs. And now the batter is Bavakwa. Bavakwa's 0 for 1. I think that was the right call. Kennedy on at first. Top of the 4th, only 1-0. Strategy roll. Kennedy stays put. Trout, 1-4. It's a blank. Bavakwa, 5-4. And Bavakwa hits one hard into left field. That'll be a double. Wow. What would have happened if I decided not to do that? That's a double to left. With 2 outs, Kennedy's base running rating is a 2. Double to left -3. He's going to have to hold. Kennedy will hold at third base on a double. How big now is that being thrown out at the plate? But then again, you never know what might happen. So now runners at second and third. Here comes Jones. And Jones is 0 for 1. So Trout trying to get out of this jam. Runners at second and third. Cubs only lead 1-0. Strategy, nothing on the 13. Trout will pitch. Trout, 3-1. Hit by pitch. No. Jones, 5-4. And it's a ground ball to Rhino. Rhino will get that with ease. He will toss it over and retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, and a wild pitch. But the Padres are unable to get anybody in. Maybe some bad managing on that one. I think maybe the manager from that other channel with the fluffy cat might have snuck in here and might have done that there. Probably. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Keith Moreland leads off for the Chi Cubs. He walked his first time up. Shao will pitch. Shao, 5-3 against the righty. Strikeout +10. He got him. Called strike 3 on Moreland. And that will be a K for Shao, his second. 1 down. Here's Davis. Davis is 0 for 1. Shao will pitch. 3-6. And that's a pitcher result, but the 12 is high. Davis, 6-2, and it's a single. He'll blast that one into left field. He'll hold it first. Davis gets his first hit of the game. It'll bring up Boa. Boa's 0 for 1. Davis, no stolen bases, and he's not going to do anything here. Shao will pitch. Shao, 3-1, possible error. Boa, 4-2. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Bavakwa. He's already made 2 errors in the game, and he's about to make his third. That's going to be an error. That's going to be another error on Bavakwa. He picks it up, can't make the transfer, and everybody is going to be safe. And Bavakwa is having a very rough night. That is the 3rd error on the Padres and the 3rd on him. Bavakwa's error rating at 3rd is an 11. So now, and right now, if you're wondering if the manager of the Padres wants to keep him in there much longer, and the question is, after that, do I make a move? I just don't know if I do here. But I got to think of something. I think that's the first time I've actually had like that. David Vega joins us here at Wrigley Field. So runners at first and second will bring up the pitcher, Trout. Trout will swing away. And he is 0 for 1, but he did get a sacrifice bunt. Strategy, nothing on the 19. Shao will pitch. Shao, 2-5. Walk plus 10. And no, he won't walk Trout. Trout becomes a 14, but -1 makes him a 13. Oh, no, that is a walk. No, he does get that. I'm sorry. That's a 4. He walked him. My bad. He does walk Trout. Not paying attention here. Bases are loaded. He walks the pitcher, and now they go talk to Shao on the mound, trying to calm him down. And bases are loaded here. A single, an error, and a walk. And now the batter is Woods. Woods is 0 for 2. They're going to keep the infield back at double play depth. Woods hits into high double plays. So Shao's still trying to get out of this jam. If he's lucky, he only gives up a run, maybe 2. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 19. Shao will pitch. Shao, 3-4. Hit by pitch. No. Woods, 2-2. It's a fly ball to left. That'll be grabbed by Wiggins. And that is out number 2. Woods, sacrifice fly of 1, hit the left, +1 is a 2. They won't bring in Davis. Davis's base runner rating is a 2. Wiggins a -1. Davis will score on a 1. And it's a 6. Another 6. There could be a play. Let's see. Actually a -1. I'm sorry. A 1-5. There could be a play. And no, Davis goes back. Wow. Davis cannot score. And that just goes as a fly out. Gotta remember, I'm playing the new rules. My bad. So now 2 outs. And now a chance for Sandberg. Sandberg is 2 for 2, a home run and a single. Bases are loaded. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Cubs. Shao trying to keep the game go where it is. But Rhino already has a bomb in this game. Strategy. Nothing on the 19. Shao will pitch. 1-3. Strikeout. No. Sandberg. 6-4. And it's a ground ball to first. That'll get over there to Garvey. He'll take it, tag the bag, and retire the side. Bases loaded with 1 out, and you get nothing. Good day, sir. No runs, a hit, an error, and a walk. And it stays 1-0 in favor of the Cubs. And right now, the Padres got to be counting their lucky stars on that. This was a pitcher's duel historically. And right now, that's what we got. Top of the 5th, 1-0 in favor of the Cubs. Frank Rozak joins us here at Wrigley Field. Luis Salazar leads off for the Padres. He got a single his first time up. Trout will deal. Trout 4-2, range play. Salazar 3-5. It's a single into left field, but going after that is Gary Woods. He was excellent. His range is a 5, and he's got it. 1 out. Takes a single away from Salazar. Fly out to left. And the batter now is Shao. Shao will bat. Got a bunt his first time up. Trout will go ahead and pitch. Trout, 6-3. That's a blank. Shao, 3-3. And he popped it out to first. Buckner says he'll get it. And he's going to be in fair territory making the play. 2 outs. And now here's Wiggins. Wiggins is 0 for 1 with a walk. Rough night for Kerpavakwa. 3 errors tonight. Luckily, the Padres still only down 1-0. Trout, 4-3. Wild pitch. It's a blank. Wiggins, 1-6. And it's a single right past Trout and up right through the box. Wiggins will have his first hit of the game to keep the game going. And here's Bonilla. Bonilla's 0 for 2. Wiggins at 66 stolen bases. And he's gonna go. 17 - 2 is 15. Davis +1 is a 16. Wiggins on his way to second. A 1-16, he's safe. It's a 7, he's there. Taking a chance with 2 outs, but Wiggins with 66 stolen bases sounded pretty good. So that'll be a stolen base for Wiggins. And now a runner in scoring position for the Padres. Re-roll the strat. and he'll stay at second. Trout will go ahead and pitch. Trout, 2-1, range play. Bonilla, 3-3, pop fly ball, second base. Going back for that is Sandberg. He is in the short outfield, but his range is a 5, but he won't get it. It's going to drop in for a hit. And I believe in a pop fly ball. That's going to be 2 bases with 2 outs, and it is. He can't get it. It's going to drop in for a hit. Wiggins will come around. He will score. It's tied at 1. Tough range there for Sandberg. He couldn't get that. It's going to be an RBI single by Bonilla. And just fell out of range. And now we're tied at 1. So Bonilla comes through with a big-time single. And now here's Garvey. Garvey is 1 for 2. 2 outs, top of the 5th, now tied at 1. Bonilla had 3 stolen bases. He won't get any more. 5-3, that's a blank. Garvey, a 4-5, and Garvey smacks one into center, and that's going to be a double. Bonilla with 2 outs, base runner 4, double to center, -1, a 1-3. Bonilla will score, and he will. Garvey coming around second, trying for third, and he will get there. That's going to be an RBI triple for Garvey, and the Padres take the lead 2-1. Stadium groans. Sandberg couldn't make a play on a pop-up, just fell out of his reach. And now Garvey hits an RBI triple, and the Padres now have a 2-1 lead. The next batter is Lezcano, and he's 1 for 2. Unbelievable here as the Padres have now taken the lead. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 17. Trout will pitch. Trout, 3-3 at the park. Wrigley Field, 5-5. That is a home run to the opposite field, but the 18 is going to be too high. So getting back for that deep is going to be the right fielder, Moreland. He's at the track. He is at the wall, but he will make the catch and retire the side. Lezcano gave it a ride, but it will die out there. 2 runs on 3 hits, a stolen base, and a big-time RBI triple by Garvey. 2-1 as we now go to the bottom of the 5th. You never know what might happen in a game of inside pitch. Bill Buckner leads off for the Cubs. He's 1 for 2 here on the bottom of the 5th, 2-1 in favor of the Padres. Kevin O1SH joins us here at Wrigley Field. Shao will pitch. Shao, 5-5. Home run result. And Buck against a righty. Buckner needs a 13. That's a 12. And just like that, it's tied right back up. Kaboom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Bill Buckner. Stadium cheers. Yay! Buckner hits a solo blast, and now we're tied at 2. So Buckner goes ahead. That one doesn't get by Buckner. He sends that one easily out of there. And now tied at 2 here in the 5th. And now here's Durham. Durham is 1 for 2. Shao will go ahead and pitch. Shao, 3-1. Possible error. Durham, 1-1 against a righty. It's a ground ball to second. That ball is hit to Bonilla. His error rating is a 4. That's a 4. It's going to go through his legs, and Bonilla is going to make an error. And that is the 4th error on the Padres. That is an E4. The Padres have now made an error in the last 4 innings. And immediately Shao goes to go talk to Bonilla and said, man, don't let Bavacqua give you... It's contagious, man. Stop it. Another error, And that is the fourth error on the Friars in this game. They're lucky the game is tied. Here's Say. Say is 0 for 2. Durham had 12 stolen bases, and he gets the steal sign here. I'm going to let Say back, though. Chow will pitch. 4-2, blank, Say. Penguin 1-6, and that's a fly out to center field. That'll be handled by Jones for out number 1. Let's see. Trout can pitch to 24. 1 down. Here comes Moreland. Moreland is 0 for 1 with a walk. 1 out here, tied at 2. Shao will go ahead. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Shao, 6-4, strikeout 11. That will be too high. Moreland, 4-5. That's a ground out to third. 4-4-5. Second base pivot. Bonilla is a 0. A 1-5 is a double play. They got it. Side retired. 5-4-3 double play. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error. A solo bomb by Bill Buckner. Tied at 2 after 5. Inning number 6. Trout can pitch to 2 more batters before fatigue. Here's Terry Kennedy. He's 0 for 2. Trout will deal. Trout 4-1, error on a grounder. Kennedy 3-6. That is a ground ball. It's hit right back to Trout. His error rating is a 5. That's a 4. Trout can't handle it. He tries to make the play, but he shoots it up into the air, and Kennedy is safe. That's going to be an error on the Cubs. That is an E1. First error on the Cubs in the ball game. They had no errors in the game historically. So now Trout commits an error. Dice Baseball Digest. Tony Porter joins us here at Wrigley Field. That'll bring up Bavacqua. He's had a rough night. He is 1 for 2 with a double, but he's committed 3 errors tonight. Kennedy on at first. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 6. Kennedy stays where he is. Trout, 2-2. Home run chance. The 11 is going to be too high. Bavacqua, 4-5. And that is a grounder to second base. 3-3-4. Shortstop pivot Boa, +1 is a 5. They got it. 2 outs. 4-6-3 double play. And 2 down. As Bavacqua wanted to redeem himself, but he doesn't do it there. And here comes Jones. Trout is now tired. They're going to let him pitch. Jones is 0 for 2. Trout will go ahead and deal. Trout, 6-5. That's at the park. Wrigley Field, 3-6. And that is a blank. Every game so far in this season we've done has had a rare play. Rare play, bases empty. At the park, 51. Fly ball to the track in left field. Do an F7 error check, and that's going to be Woods. Woods is in left field. His error rating is a 4. That's a 20. He will not make an error, and that's going to be the final out of the inning. Because you do an F7 error check, but he'll make the catch, and that's the end of the rare play, and the side is retired. That's a fly out the left. No runs, no hits. There was an error, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Are you going in for the Cal Ripken streak for rare plays? Might just be. I've had a rare play in every single game so far this season. Bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Cubs will be Jody Davis. He is 1 for 2 with a single. Tied at 2, bottom of the 6th. Shao, 2-4. Walk +10, and that will walk Davis. So he'll walk Davis, and again the Cubs have the leadoff man on. That is the third walk given up by Shao. It'll now bring up Boa. Boa is 0 for 2, but did reach on an error his last time up. Davis is on it first. He'll stay there. Shao, 2-2. Home run chance. The 15 is too high. Boa, 1-5. Ground ball to third. 1-1-2. Second base, pivot Bonilla, 0. A 1 or 2. It's a double play. Yep, the only play he's got is the first. It was too slow. So it'll be picked up by Bavacqua. He'll throw to first to get Boa, and out number 1. Davis does get the second. That'll bring up Trout. Trout is tired. That will be it for him. They will go to the bench. So Trout's going to leave. Still has a chance to get the win if they can score here. So we'll see a new pitcher for the Cubs, and we'll also see a new batter here, and it is going to be, coming on to pinch hit for the Cubs, is going to be Jay Johnstone. May he rest in peace. 257 average, 6 homers, 22 RBIs. Jay Johnstone will come on and pinch hit against Shao. 1 out. Strategy rolls still, and Davis stays put. Shao, 6-3 against the lefty. It's a blank. Johnstone, 6-3. Base hit center field. The ghost of Jay Johnstone helps him out. Let's see. Davis, base runner 2. Single to center, +2, a 1-4. Davis will score, and he will, and the Cubs retake the lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! So Davis will come around and score on an RBI single by Jay Johnstone. 3-2 now in favor of the Cubs. Here's Woods. And Shao is now tired. He is due to bat second in the 7th inning. And I wonder if that's going to be it for him. They may try to let him pitch to Woods. So Johnstone on at first. They're going to let him pitch to Woods here. He is tired. They want us to even get 1 more out, 2 more outs if possible. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 5. Johnstone stays at first. Shao, 6-3 against a righty. Strikeout. The 10 just misses. Woods, 2-5. Base hit center field. Johnstone, base runner 2. A single to center. 1-2 will get to third, and he will. Johnstone goes to third. Woods goes to first. That's going to be it for Shao. So now runners at the corners and 1 out. Here comes Rhino, and Shao is done. Tough game for him, and the Padres will go to the bullpen. And let's see what they're going to bring on to pitch. They're going to go with... Coming on to pitch for the Padres is going to be John Monefusco. 14 wins, 4 losses, 4 saves, a 3.31 ERA. Shao leaves with the L. Monefusco coming on to pitch. Trout now leaves with the W. And now runners at the corners. So Johnstone on at third, Woods on at first. They're going to call the infield in. But John Monefusco is going to come on to pitch. Strategy. That is a 2. Woods gets the steal sign. 13 plus 1 is 14. Kennedy is a 0. Oh, do you go ahead and steal here anyway? Or do you let Sandberg swing? Ooh. 13 plus 1 is 14. And Kennedy is a 0. 70% chance. No. Sandberg's a heck of a hitter. I'm going to let him swing. They call off the steal. The infield is still in. Monefusco, 2-6. Strikeout. 12 is high. Sandberg, 6-4. And it's a ground ball to first. Johnstone can't come home. His base running rating becomes a 0. Woods will move on to second. It'll be taken care of by Garvey. He'll get Sandberg out at first, 2 down. So a ground out to first, now 2 away. And here comes Buckner. Buckner hit a bomb his last time up. He's 2 for 3. Midlife Crisis joins us here at Wrigley Field. So Montefusco will now pitch to Buckner. Strategy, nothing on the 12. Montefusco will pitch. 4-3, walk. And no, that 4 is too high. Buckner is a 4, but -1 makes him a 3. Buckner, 1-6, and it's a ground ball to third, handled by Bavacqua. He'll take care of it. Throws to first, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 walk. Cubs probably could have gotten more, but they'll be happy with the lead. 3-2 after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. 3-2 in favor of the Cubs. The Padres historically won this game 3-1. And let's see who leading off. Leading off for the Padres is going to be Luis Salazar, and he is 1 for 2. Cubs need a pitcher, and I think they're going to bring on a righty here. And coming on to pitch, I'm not going to bring Smith in, not right now. Let's see. Salazar's a righty. There'll be a pinch hitter for Montefusco. You know what? Forget about it. Bring in one of the better pitchers you have. Coming on to pitch for the Cubs instead is going to be Craig Lefferts. Boy, does that name ring a bell. 3 wins, 4 losses, a save, a 3.13 ERA. Craig Lefferts. Boy, does that name bring back some nostalgia. Salazar will pitch to him. He is 1 for. You'll get the pitch from him, and he is 1 for 2. Craig Lefferts. Pitch from Lefferts. 1-4 against the righty. It's an automatic out. And that's going to be a grounder to second base handled by Rhino. Rhino will throw it over, 1 out. What a play. What a great call there by the manager. You don't see managing like this on that other channel with the fluffy cat and the boring red and blue cards. So 1 down. We'll see a pinch hitter from Montefusco. And the Phillies, let's see if they're going to have. They really don't have much of the bullpens in terms of a right-hander. I'm not going to bring him in. So coming on to bat for the Phillies is going to be Joe Lefebvre. 306 average, 8 homers, 39 RBIs. Joe Lefebvre will be on the Philadelphia Phillies later in 1983. He is on the Padres tonight. Lefferts will go ahead and pitch. The channel I keep referencing is Baseball Demos. All right? His channel is absolutely awesome. Kevin01SH. Baseball Demos. Please check his channel out. He is spectacular, and he is one of the inspirations, okay, that made me want to do this crazy stuff. So definitely check him out. Baseball Demos. David is awesome. Please check him out. There are a lot of channels here you can also check out. For instance, Dice Baseball Digest, who's in the chat. That's Tony Porter. He is the Fall Classic expert, and he also does Deep Drive Baseball. APA, he does it all too. Check him out, please. Clee Baseball Fan is an excellent channel as well. He loves Cleveland. He does great Stratomatic. Give him a chance there. Give him a shot there, Kevin01SH, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Make sure you subscribe to him too. Lefferts will pitch to Lefebvre. Lefferts, 6'4", range play at the park. Wrigley Field, 4-4. That's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Sandberg. Sandberg was a 5. That's a 3. He's got it. Easy play for him. And he'll throw it over for out number 2. 2 men down for Wiggins. And Wiggins is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. John Haverly joins us here at Wrigley Field. Lefferts will deal. Lefferts 4-5. That's a blank. Wiggins 6-4. Base hit. Hits one pass short to keep the inning going. Second hit of the game for Wiggins. It'll bring up Bonilla. Bonilla's 1 for 3. 2 outs. Wiggins on at first. He had 66 stolen bases, but he's not getting a call here. Bonilla will swing. Lefferts 3-2. That's at the park. Wrigley Field 1-3. And once again, it's a blank. Another rare play. But this time, rare play with men on base. Rare plays, men on. 31. Fly ball to center field, caught with the lead runner tagging and moving up a base. Well, I don't have to go any further than that because that's the third out. Side retired. So fly ball to center field. That'll be caught by Durham. And that will do it there. No runs a hit for the Padres. And they are down 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Tonight is the last game for the month of April, so tomorrow, and I always take one day off in between each month. There will be no baseball tomorrow night on my channel. I will be back on Thursday night with May 1st, and we're on our way to the HHH Metrodome, as it will be the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Minnesota Twins. Our first look at those two teams. Don Sutton, Hall of Famer, will be going for the Brewers, and Frank Viola will be going for the Twins. So that'll be the game on Thursday night, as we will begin the month of May on Thursday. Milwaukee and Minnesota, Don Sutton and Viola join us on that game Thursday night on Inside Pitch. The April standings will be posted in the Universal Baseball Lounge Facebook group as soon as I get those up there later tonight. And you'll see where your teams are after April. Bottom of the 7th, 3-2 Cubs. Leon Durham leads off. He is 1 for 3, singled and reached on an error. Padres need a pitcher. And let's see who they're going to bring on. And coming on to pitch for the Padres is going to be, let's see. Coming on to pitch for the Padres is going to be Luis De Leon. 6 wins, 6 losses, 13 saves, a 2.68 ERA. De Leon can pitch to 7. So Luis De Leon will go ahead and pitch for the Padres for this next for the next inning, and maybe so. Durham will go ahead and bat. Bottom of the 7th, 3-2 favor of the Cubs. De Leon 2-6. It's a blank. Durham 5-5. Pop out to short. Easy play there for Salazar, and he'll make the play for out number 1. Here comes the Penguin. Say is 0 for 3. De Leon will deal. 1-3 against a righty. Walk. The 11 is going to miss. Say 3-5. Hits one into left field. Easy play for Wiggins. He'll get to that for out number 2. And now Moreland. Moreland is 0 for 2 with a walk. De Leon deals. 6-6. Error on a throw. Moreland 2-4. And that's going to be an infield single. And that's hit to Bonilla. His error rating is a 4. He will not make an error. He'll hold on to it. Moreland has an infield single. So a base hit for Moreland as he keeps the inning going here. And the next batter is Davis. Davis is 1 for 2, single and a walk. So Moreland on it first. 2 outs here, 3-2 Cubs. Strategy rolls is still working. Nothing on the 3. De Leon will pitch. 1-5 against a righty. Strikeout plus 10. Just got him. Called strike 3 on Davis. Davis does not like the call. Against a righty becomes an 11. -1 is a 10, but a strikeout plus 10 makes him a 20, and that is a 20, and he got him. First strikeout for De Leon. He had 90 of them in 83, but that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Cubs, and after 7, it is still 3-2 in favor of the Windy City guys. We go to the top of the 8th. Craig Lefferts will be tired after the next batter. They're going to let him pitch. And leading off for the Padres is Sixto Lezcano. And he is, I'm sorry, not Lezcano, my bad. Steve Garvey is the leadoff batter. Garvey's the batter. He is 2 for 3, a single and a triple. Lefferts will stay in there and he'll pitch. Lefferts, 4-4. Home run chance. The 14 is good. And against the lefty, well, it won't matter because against a 1-14, the 14 is good. Against the lefty, Garvey needs a 20. I don't have to roll. Kaboom! This ball is high. This ball is deep. This ball is gone. Home run, Steve Garvey. We're tied. Stadium groans. Craig Lefferts pitches Garvey a meatball. He turns that into lasagna, and we're tied at 3. Bad pitch by Lefferts. I wanted him to pitch, but they gives up a home run. And now the batter is Lezcano, and that's going to be it for Lefferts. They will take him out. So a home run there by Garvey ties it up. And we'll see a new pitcher now for the Cubs. And let's see. Right, left. And the Cubs bullpen is not that great. And the Cubs are supposed to have a man pitch. That they're going to go with. Coming on to pitch for the Cubs is going to be Willie Hernandez. 9 wins, 4 losses, 8 saves. A 3.28 ERA. Hernandez will be on the Philadelphia Phillies later in 1983. He is a Cub tonight. So a big-time bomb gets Trout and Shaw off the hook. So now Willie Hernandez will pitch to Lezcano. Robert Home joins us here at Wrigley Field. Good to see you there. Hernandez will pitch to Lezcano. Top of the 8th, now tied at 3. Hernandez, 6-3. It's a blank. Lezcano, 3-4. And Lezcano leads off with a double into left field. Lezcano hits Hernandez hard. That's a double to left. And now the go-ahead run is at second base. So all of a sudden, here come the Padres. Here comes Kennedy. Kennedy is 0 for 3, but reached on an error his last time up. Tied at 3 now. Hernandez will pitch to Kennedy. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 15. Lezcano on at second. Hernandez will pitch. 2-3. Range play. Kennedy, 4-3. Fly ball to left. That's hit to Gary Woods. He was excellent. His range is a 5, and he'll make the catch. Out number 1. Lezcano, let's see. 3, hit the left, -2. Woods -1. Lezcano stays at second. Nice play by Woods. So 1 out. And now a chance for Bavacqua. He's made 3 errors tonight. Rough game for him. Lezcano on at second, but now 1 out. Strategy, nothing on the 9. Lezcano at second base. Hernandez, 1-2. Strikeout 5. Got him. He'll strike out Bavacqua. Hernandez had 93 Ks in 83. And now 2 outs, and here comes Jones. Jones is 0 for 3. You kind of think maybe he's due for a big hit. Lezcano on at second. Hernandez will pitch. And that's a 6-6 against the lefty. It's a walk +10. He'll walk Jones. So now runners at first and second. Hernandez had only 24 walks in 83, but he gives up 1 there. But now a big chance for Luis Salazar. And he's 1 for 3 with a single. 2 outs, top of the 8th, tied at 3. Good game here between the Friars and the Cubs. Strategy, that is a 1. Nothing happening. Hernandez will pitch to Salazar. Hernandez, 5-6, strikeout 9, called strike 3 on Salazar. He got him and the inning is over. He'll get Salazar in a called strikeout, but 1 run on 2 hits. A solo bomb by Garvey. We go to the bottom of the 8th, tied. Luis De Leon can still pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. He's going to stay out there. Larry Boa leads off for the Cubs, and he's 0 for 3, but he did reach on an error. De Leon will go ahead and pitch to Boa. De Leon, 1-5 against the switch left. It's a blank. Boa, 6-5, and that's fly to left field. Wiggins will come under it and get it and put it away, out number 1. Pinch hitter coming in for Hernandez as he will come out of the game. And coming on to bat for the Cubs, their bench is terrible. Coming on to pitch bat for the Cubs is going to be Scott Thompson, 193 average and 10 RBIs. Scott Thompson will go ahead and do it. Well, remember what I said now. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but if we go into extras, the 10th inning will be normal. Starting the 11th inning, we're going to Ghost Runners. I cannot really be playing that long on a school night. De Leon will pitch. I'm an old man. I need sleep. De Leon, 3-1. That's at the park. Wrigley Field, 2-4, and it's hit hard to center field. That's a 3. It's a single. Thompson will go ahead and he'll get to first base on a base hit. So now the go-ahead runners at first. It'll bring up Woods, and Woods is 1 for 4 with a single. So 1 out here, bottom of the 8th, tied at 3. Thompson on at first. Strategy rolls. He's not really a threat to do anything. He's got decent speed. He'll stay where he is. De Leon will pitch. De Leon, 1-3, walk against a righty, and he walked him. De Leon walks Woods, and now the go-ahead run is in scoring position. And that's going to be it for De Leon as he's coming out. Because here comes Rhino. Sandberg is 2 for 4, a bomb and a single. And we'll see a new pitcher for the Padres. And it is going to be Gary Lucas. 5 wins, 8 losses, 17 saves, a 2.87 ERA. Gary Lucas can pitch to 6. but he's probably going to be batting this inning. We're probably only pitching this inning. So here comes Gary Lucas to pitch to Sandberg. Runners at first and second, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Lucas looking in on Sandberg. The fans are at Wrigley, hoping for a big hit. Strategy. Nothing on the 9. Lucas will pitch. Lucas, 4-4, strikeout 6, cold strike 3 on Sandberg. What a K! Sandberg 7-1 is a 6. That is a 6, and he got him. And Sandberg does not like the call. Sandberg says that was high. The umpire says, no, you're high. You're on drugs. You're also out. Go take a seat. Big K by Lucas, now 2 down. But now here comes Buckner. Buckner is 2 for 4, a single and a bomb. Lucas will now pitch to him. Fans again at Wrigley waving their towels. They're all over the game with their cell phones. Oh, yeah, this is 1983. Although they did have cell phones, I think, back then, but those are the big ones. Thompson at second. Woods on at first. Strategy. Nothing on the 15. Lucas will go ahead and pitch. Lucas, 3-5 against the lefty. Walk. It's high. Buckner, 3-6. And it's a fly ball to center field. And getting over there is going to be Rupert Jones. He's going to make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit and a walk. A chance for the Cubs goes by the board. Tied at 3 after 8. But will we see some top of the 9th inning magic? We'll see a pinch hitter for Gary Lucas as he's coming out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit for the Padres is going to be Gene Richards. 275 average, 3 homers, 22 RBIs. Cubs need a pitcher, and they're going to go with a guy that happens to be in the Hall of Fame. The man himself, Lee Smith. 4 wins, 10 losses, 29 saves, a 1.65 ERA. Hall of Famer, damn straight. So Smith's going to go ahead and take over. Pretty much after Bruce Sutter, there was Lee Smith. So Lee Smith will go ahead and come out to pitch, and he's going to try to keep it where it is. Top of the 9th. Hall of Famer Lee Smith. He'll pitch to Richards. Smith, 3-4. Strikeout 18 is high. Richards, 2-6. And he leads off with a base hit past second. Richards has a single and the go-ahead run is on. The batter now is Wiggins. Richards had 14 stolen bases in 83. Does he get the steal sign? No. Smith will go ahead and pitch to Wiggins. Wiggins, an excellent bunter. But he didn't get the bunt. That was a 15. He did not get the bunt sign. So, no, he has to swing. Smith will pitch. 2-6. Walk plus 10, and that's ball 4. So the Hall of Famer, Lee Smith, comes out, gives up a base hit and a walk. Lee Smith had 27 walks in 83. And now here comes Bonilla. Bonilla's 1 for 4, got a single. Nobody out here in the top of the 9th. Fans at Wrigley Field saying, come on, you're going to be a Hall of Famer. Why don't you pitch like a Hall of Fame pitcher? Strategy roll. Nothing on the 15. Smith will pitch to Bonilla. He'll go ahead and deal. Smith, 6-5 against the righty. Strikeout plus 10. He'll get Bonilla there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Smith had 91 Ks in 83. That's the first out. But now here comes Garvey. Garvey is a double short of the cycle. He has a single, a triple, and a bomb. Garvey is a double short of the cycle. Richards on at second, Wiggins on at first, 1 out. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 6. Smith will pitch to Garvey. Fans here at Wrigley Field hoping Smith can get it done. Pitch from Smith. 2-2. Strikeout plus 10. Got him. He gets Garvey 2 outs. Garvey goes down on strikes. And now Lezcano. Lezcano is 2 for 4, a single and a double. Now 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. Fans here at Wrigley hoping Smith can get one more done. Smith will go ahead and he will pitch. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 14. Smith will deal. Smith, 2-6. Walk plus 10. And he walked him and the bases are loaded. Lee Smith is having one heck of an inning here. Single, walk, strikeout, walk. He now walks Lezcano on a walk plus 10, and now here's Kennedy. Terry Kennedy now a chance to try to get in a run, but he's 0 for 4, but he reached on an error. 2 outs, top of the ninth, tied at 3. Smith looking in at Kennedy. The fans here at Wrigley Field waving those towels, trying to get Lee Smith to do the job. Strategy. Nothing on the 8. Smith will set up. Kennedy will wait. Here comes the deal. 1-6. Home run chance. Lefty. 1-8. The 10 is too high, but Kennedy gets the swing. 5-3. And it's a fly ball to right field. Going over there is going to be Moreland. He'll get near the track, but he'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, a couple of walks. Bases loaded, and the Padres get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. We go to the bottom of the ninth. So now will we see some bottom of the ninth inning magic? As that was one crazy inning, but Lee Smith gets it done. Leading off for the Cubs is going to be Leon Durham. He is 1 for 4, singled and reached on an error. Padres are going to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch for the Padres is going to be Floyd Schiffer. I know nothing about this guy. No runs, no wins, 2 losses, a save, a 3.18 ERA. The Padres did not have many pitchers in the bullpen. I still have the starters if necessary. So here comes Floyd Schiffer against Leon Durham. Somebody tell me something about that guy. I know nothing about him. Floyd Schiffer against Durham. Bottom of the ninth inning, tied at 3. Schiffer will pitch. 3-1. Walk plus 10. Yes, he walked him, and the winning run is on. He walks Durham. Schiffer had only 9 walks in 83, and now the winning run is at first base, and here comes the Penguin. Say is 0 for 4. You kind of think he is due. Durham did have 12 stolen bases. Not really a threat. Strategy roll, and he's not going anywhere. Schiffer will pitch to Say. Say's got power. He can do the job. Schiffer will pitch. Schiffer, 3-2. That is a walk plus 10, and now the winning run is at second. And immediately, Terry Kennedy goes to talk to Schiffer, say, settle down. But now the winning run is at second base for Moreland. Moreland is 1 for 3, a single and a walk. You have his baseball card. Okay. I don't know anything about the guy. Runners at first and second. Winning run at second base, tied at 3. Bottom of the ninth. Fans here at Wrigley Field are loud, hoping Moreland can get it done. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Moreland gets the bunt sign. He says, are you kidding? Schiffer will pitch. 4-1. That's a blank. Moreland. 4-3. And it's a fly ball to center field. That's going to be caught by Jones. That's going to be out number 1. Durham, a base runner 3. Hit to center, -2. Jones is a +2. So a 1-3. Durham will take third. He does. Deep enough for Durham to take third base. And there is one out. Infield coming in. Grounder 6 option is available. Jody Davis now coming on for the Cubs. He is 1 for 3, a single and a walk. Durham on at third. Say on at first. I hereby call the Grounder 6 option in case Durham comes in. Schiffer will go ahead and pitch to Davis. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 4. Schiffer looking in on Davis. And here comes the pitch. Schiffer, 6-2. It's a blank. Davis, 1-2. And he popped it up. It's a pop fly ball to short. Salazar calling for it, 2 down. Davis pops out. And now here's Boa. Boa is 0 for 4, but reached on an error. Schiffer 1 out away from getting out of this inning. Durham on at third, Say on at first. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, tied at 3. Larry Boa now coming up to bat. Strategy, nothing on the 17. Schiffer trying to get it done. Boa gets ready. Fans at Wrigley are loud. Schiffer with the pitch. 1-6, it's a blank. Boa, 4-2. And it's a ground ball to third. That's going to get picked up by Bavacqua. Throws to second, covering. We've got free baseball. Free baseball. Free baseball here. Get your free baseball. Nothing across except a couple of walks. We stay tied at 3. Stadium groans. We go to the top of the 10th. Normal inning. Ghost runners will start in the 11th if it goes any further. Top of the 10th, tied at 3. Lee Smith is tired, but he's the best pitcher they got. They're going to keep him out there and see how long he can pitch. Kurt Bavacqua leads off for the Padres, and he is 1 for 4. He has a double. Smith is tired, but he's going to pitch. Smith with the deal. Smith, 2-6, walk +10, and he walks Bavacqua. And I'll tell you right now, Lee Smith just doesn't have it. And that is going to be it for Smith. He comes out. That's enough. All he's done is walk and strike out, and that's going to be it for Lee Smith. And they're going to go to the bullpen here. And coming on to pitch for the Cubs is going to be Warren Brewstar. 3 wins, a loss, a save, a 2.35 ERA. So here comes Brewstar. He gets a pitch. Or Brewster, probably just Brewster. So Warren Brewster will come on to pitch. Bavacqua, the go-ahead run, is on first. The batter is Jones, and Jones is 0 for 3 with a walk. Brewster can pitch to 6 batters. He'll pitch here, and we'll see what we got. Okay. So Brewster will pitch to Jones. Top of the 10th, tied at 3. Brewster, 5-1. Range play at the park. Wrigley Field, 4-1. It's a fly ball to left. Going after that is Gary Woods. His range is a 5, and he's got it. 1 out, barely, but he got it. Nice play by Woods out there. It will now bring up Salazar. Salazar is 1 for 4 with a single. Strategy roll. Nothing on there for Bavacqua. He stays at first. Brewster will pitch. Brewster, 4-2. Hit by pitch. Plunk. Ouch. He got him. Salazar is a 3. +1 is a 4. That's a 4, and he does hit him. So now the go-ahead run at second base on a hit batter. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for Floyd Schiffer, as the Padres will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit is going to be Tim Flannery. .234 average, 3 homers, 19 RBIs. So here comes Flannery to go against against Brewster. 1 out, top of the 10th, tied at 3. Strategy roll, nothing on the 18. Brewster will pitch. Brewster, 2-5, error on a grounder. Flannery, 4-6. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Ron Say. His error rating is a 9. That's a 6. He bobbles it, boots it away. That's going to be an error. Everybody's safe. Ron Say commits an error. And the bases are loaded. That's an E5 and the second error on the Cubs. So the Padres have made 4 errors. The Cubs have made 2. And now the bases are loaded for Wiggins. Wiggins is 2 for 4, 2 singles and 2 walks. The infield is in. As Phoenix Knight joins us here at Wrigley Field. So bases loaded. Warren Brewster can't believe it. He thought he should have an out. Top of the 10th, tied at 3. Wiggins at the plate. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 10. Brewster will pitch. Brewster, 2-3. Error on a throw. Wiggins, 3-3. And it's a fly ball to center field. Now that's going to be caught by Durham. That's out number 2. Wiggins, a sacrifice fly of 0, but hit to center field makes it a 2. That is an 18. Center fielder Durham has an error rating of 4. There's not going to be a throwing error no matter what. But Bavacqua scores on a 1 or a 2. He does, and the Padres take the lead. Salazar, base runner 3. Hit to center, -2. Durham, -1. Salazar stays at second base, but the Padres take a 4-3 lead in the 10th. Stadium groans. Sacrifice fly to center by Wiggins. And now 2 outs in the inning, and here's Bonilla. Bonilla is 1 for 5 with a single. Now 4-3. Brewster looking in on Bonilla, strategy roll, and that is a 1. Salazar gets the steal sign to go to third. He got a very good chance of getting there. 15 + 2 is 17. Davis +1 is an 18. But there are 2 outs. Do you really want to make the last out? No. And the D20 is evil. He will not steal. Brewster will pitch. Brewster, 6-6. It's an automatic out. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. This time, Durham will have no problem with it. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 1 run on no hits. 1 walk, a hit batter, and an error, and a sacrifice fly. We go to the bottom of the 10th. No hits in that inning, and they got the run. And that does happen occasionally. Padres got to go to the bullpen. They only have 2 more batters left in the relief bullpen, and they got to go with this guy. Coming on to pitch for the Padres is going to be Chris Welsh. No wins, 2 losses, a 4.42 ERA. Welsh will be on the Montreal Expos later in 1983. He is a Padre tonight. We'll see a pinch hitter for Warren Brewster, as the Cubs have the leadoff batter is the pitcher. And coming on to bat is going to be Tom Verizzer, 205 average, a homer and 3 RBIs. So Schiffer a chance to get the win. Welsh is going to try to get the save. So here comes Chris Welsh against Tom Verizon. Bottom of the 10th, 4-3 Padres. Welsh will pitch. Welsh, 4-2. Range play. Verizon, 3-2. Fly ball center field. That ball is hit to Rupert Jones. His range is a 3. He's got it. 1 out. Great play by Rupert Jones out there in center field to get Verizon 1 down. Top of the order, here's Woods. Woods is 1 for 4, a single and a walk. Do I trade players in the game as they would in 1983? No, I don't. I know there was one day that did happen. What was it? Was it Joe? Was this the year that happened to Youngblood, where he or something like that, where he played for the Expo? He played for like the Mets in one game and then the Expos in the same game. Was this the year for that? I know Midlife Crisis knows what I'm talking about. Welsh will go ahead and pitch to Woods. Welsh, 6-4, home run chance against the righty. 1-16, the 1 is good, but Woods against the lefty needs a 3. Does Woods tie it up? No. 1-5, and he hits a deep fly ball to right field. Going back for that is Lescano. He's at the track. He'll make the catch at the wall. 2 outs. Fly out to right. And that was a loud out. And now the last chance for the Cubs is Rhino. Sandberg is 2 for 5, a home run and a single. 2 outs. Sandberg really did hit a home run in this game, but he really is not a power hitter, at least not in 83. But Welsh is going to pitch to Sandberg. 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. Padres lead 4-3. Fans are at Wrigley hoping Rhino can keep it going. Welsh will pitch. 3-4. Strikeout 5. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. That's your game. The Padres will escape and beat the Cubs tonight 4-3 in 10. Stadium barfs. Yeah. A 3-4 is a strikeout against the lefty. Sandberg 7 -1 is a 6. That's a 5, and he is gone. 1-2-3 go the Cubs, and the Padres win this game 4-3 in 10. No need for ghost runners. What a game. Final line score coming up. For the Padres, 4 runs, 11 hits, 4 errors. When was the last time you see a team make 4 errors and still win? For the Cubs, 3 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors. The winning pitcher is Floyd Schiffer. He's going to get the win. Warren Brewster is going to take the loss, and Chris Welsh is going to wind up with a save. So congratulations to the Padres who get a win here over the Cubs. The Padres now go to 9-11, and the Cubs are back to 500 at 9-9. We are still not done. 10-minute ticker is next. Oh, yes, I agree with you, MLC. The Padres were usually always scrappy. They were never an easy team to beat. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So this was the only game played on April 28th, was the Padres and the Cubs. The Padres will get the win 4-3. Now we move on to April 29th. Boston at California. Red Sox 11-26. That is 3. Angels 11-35, and that is 4, a win for the Halos. Cleveland and Kansas City. Cleveland 18-62 and 8 runs. Royals 15-11, that's 0, a win for the Tribe. Milwaukee at Minnesota. Brewers 26-13, and that is 3. Twins 12-66, that's 10, a win for the Twins. Detroit at Oakland. Tigers 13-53, and that is 6. Athletics 5-24, 2 runs. It's a win for the Cats. Baltimore at Seattle. Orioles a little slow out of the gate. Orioles 12-61, and that's 7. They'll get a win here. Mariners -211, that's 0, win for the O's. Yankees and the Rangers. The Yankees are hot out of the gate. Yankees 4-42, and that's 3. They're not winning here, though. Rangers 5-66, that's 9. Win for the Rangers. White Sox and the Blue Jays. White Sox 15-13, and that's 2. Blue Jays 2-42, and that is 3. A win for the Jays. White Sox a little bit slow. Dodgers and the Cubs. Dodgers 13-23 and 3. Cubs 2-33, and that's 2. That's a win for the Dodgers. Reds and the Expos. Reds 3-34 and 3 runs. Expos 15-41, that's 5, and that'll be a win for the Spos. Braves and the Mets. The Mets at this time are 1 game above 500. As I said, I don't think that's lasting very long. Braves 16-41, and that is 5. Mets 4-55, and that is also 5. They do bring it to extras. Atlanta rolls a 2, -4 is -2. Mets roll a 2, +0. The Mets win the ball game. We have a happy recap. Astros and the Phillies. Astros 4-44, that's 4. Phillies 8-43, and that is also 4. They go to extras. I don't know why I'm rolling everything, but whatever. Astros roll a 4, +2 is 6. Phillies roll a 5, +0. That's a win for the Astros. Giants and the Cardinals. Giants 10-55, that is 6. Cardinals 3-26, that is 2. That's a win for the G-Men. Final day of April, April 30th, Boston and California. Red Sox 14-35, and that is 4. Angels 12-13, and that is 1. That's a win for the Red Sox. Cleveland and Kansas City. Indians 10-65, that's 9. Royals 12-54, that's 6. A win for the Tribe. Milwaukee at Minnesota. We have these two on Thursday. Milwaukee 19-25, and that will be 4. Twins 13-23, and that's 3. A win for the Brew Crew. Baltimore at Seattle. Orioles 16-26, 4 runs. Mariners 11-34, also 4 runs, and they go to extras. Baltimore rolls a 3 +0. Seattle rolls a 6 +0. That's a win for the Mariners. Yankees and the Rangers. Yankees 5-41, that's 3. Rangers 1-14, that's 1. That's a win for the Yanks. Dodgers and the Cubs. Dodgers 9-21, that's 2. Cubs 8-13, that's 1. And a win for the Dodgers. Cubs get swept tonight. Reds and the Expos. Reds 3-13, that's 0. Expos 20-15, that is 3. A win for the Spos. Braves and the Mets. Can the Mets get another happy recap? Braves 1336, and that is 5. Mets 166, that is 8. And the Mets get another happy recap. I can't believe it. The Mets are 3 games over 5. I think they're 3 games over 500 after April. This team was bad. But no, definitely not rigged, guys. Astros and the Phillies. Astros 0-35, that is 2. Phillies 13-63, that is 8. And that's a win for the Phils. Padres and the Pirates in a doubleheader. Game 1. Padres 5-42. That's 4. Pirates 5-13. That's 1. Padres take the first. Padres 6-41. That is 4. Pirates 3-21. And that's 1. And the Padres sweep the Pirates in the twin bill. Giants and the Cardinals. Giants 11-16. That is 2. Cardinals 11-51, and that is 5. And that's a win for the Cardinals. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always Thursday. We're in between the months. No game tomorrow night. We'll be back on Thursday with May 1st. It'll be the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Minnesota Twins. Don Sutton will be going for the Brewers, and Frank Viola will be going for the Twins. That's not a bad pitching matchup. The April standings will be in the Universal Baseball Lounge in Facebook. Check it out. I'll post them shortly. So that will be on Thursday night. Brewers and Twins, Sutton and Viola. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys Thursday night. The San Diego Padres pull it out of their ass, and they beat the Cubs in 10 innings, 4-3. We'll see you guys Thursday night. Take care.